All right, welcome to a new week. We're just banging out some shoes right now. We're gonna make those toilet paper holders I was asked to make. There's a couple of projects this week that people have asked me to make. We still want to make Courtney's reindeer. She wants the white reindeer, so I'm probably gonna just kind of want to make it like a little different because it's for Courtney. But we're gonna get these guys done, and then I did my first horse show this weekend, and it went okay. While I was there, the shop gave some prizes. We put a ribbon holder and a photo frame, and one of the owls went for the prizes, and people seemed to like them. And the guy that took the ribbon holder as a prize for his ribbon has asked me to make like 4 more of them. And so we're just waiting on the details of what he wants them to look like. But we're probably going to start on that either today or tomorrow and just get the boards cut and stained to size while we wait for or cut to size and then probably just stained. He liked the walnut stain on the one that I gave him, or the one that he took. So we'll probably end up doing them all just the walnut stain if I have enough left. But yeah, so we got those coming, and then I haven't thought about another bigger project yet. So we might just do some projects for customers or people we know or whatever it is this week. So I just got to straighten these shoes out. These are the shoes that we're going to be using for the back plate of the paper towel holder. This is just going to sit against the wall. Then I'm going to take a shoe and I'm going to straighten it, and then I'm going to bend it in on itself a little bit backwards. You'll see. And then it's just going to pop out a certain level. And yeah, I got a roll of toilet paper sitting over there for us to test it out before we finish everything. But yeah, we're gonna figure this out. All right. So now we got to figure out, we got them pretty much the shape we want them to be. So we got this it's a little wet, but that goes in there. And then the toilet paper just spins on that. I think that's great. So now we want to figure out the best place to cut it to keep it away from the back of the shoe there. So I think I want to do it the most. So I think we'll be safe if we cut it at the second hole. These are pretty much identical, so I don't see a problem with cutting them both at the same spot. So what I want to do is I kind of want to cut it at the second hole, and then I want, for when we weld it into place, I want, I don't know now. I thought I wanted it to sit in the fuller, but I might do it on the outside of the fuller now, or on the outside of the shoe. So let's cut these, and then we'll see where we want them to be. This toilet paper is going to look pretty nasty when I'm done touching it. Just double check everything here. So I think I want it to come in when I'm cutting it. Yes. Yes. All right, give me a second and I'll get this done. All right, so now the trick is trying to figure out how to get these guys to stay in the position we want them to stay in while we weld them into place. I think one of the things I can do is clamp this guy. We'll use this clamp. Just clamped up, and we get this guy to where we want him to be, and we figure out our array of magnets. I mean, this should be okay. Provided they don't use like uber jumbo rolls of toilet paper, which I don't think they do, but let's see what we can come up with here. I think I rushed that one a bit, but I think it came out okay. I don't have to do too much with these welds, actually. Just a little bit right here. I planned on grinding them so they were smooth, but they're pretty all right. I'll show them to you in a second here. They're all right by my standards. Maybe not welder standard. Welded standards. What words? Anyway, so I got them just welded around pretty nicely. A little bumpy, but oh, sorry, you can't see it over there. Yeah, not too shabby. Welding a straight line is way easier. So yeah, let's double check them both. Can't put the toilet paper in. It's got to come down. It's got to come down the front. It can't come out the back. Silly people. I don't think it will slide off. It might, but it holds it. It holds it just fine. Okay, so toilet paper holders, easy, quick. Didn't like I thought about doing it more than it took me to do it. So there are many different ways of doing things. We looked up a couple of designs on the internet and what have you, but I didn't see anything like this, and this is what I thought of. So I'm going to send them with a couple of screws. I don't have drywall screws, so yeah, I'll send them with some screws that fit in those holes, and Bob's your uncle, I guess. I was going to like dress them up and put some some horseshoe nails across them and in them and make them pretty, but that would probably cost them more. And I think the whole point was just something quick and easy and cheap. And so we got these. So when we come back, I'll either be doing the ribbon holders, which is something we haven't done any woodworking in a while, so that'd be nice. And then or work on the reindeer for Courtney or anything like that. I gotta go shopping. Today's Monday. I gotta go shopping, and I'm gonna get a first coat of paint on this. First layer? Who says layer? First coat of paint on this. So. We'll be back with some more little projects. Oops. Hi, welcome back. Those toilet paper holders got delivered and they seemed to like them, so it was pretty good. I'm running out of time this week really quickly, so I was just staring at stuff in the shop and I was like, what am I going to do next? I still have to do the reindeer. I haven't got the what is it? The information I need to make the ribbon holders. So that's just on hold until they say yes or no, or until they send me the exact directions. So I was sitting around, just kind of staring. Last night I was watching the baseball game, which they won again. So headed back to Toronto with up 3-2, which is phenomenal. I'm very, very happy. But yeah, so I was staring and I realized I still had an 8-foot piece of 2x4 left. And I saw these plans, I'll show you here, to make a Christmas tree. So I wanted to do that. And I wanted to try to see if I could get it all to work. I needed more than 8 feet, so I found a couple of 12-inch boards. And they're here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's laid out here. Nothing's glued together or cleaned up or any of that kind of stuff. I haven't decided whether I put it together and then just sand it all as one piece or what have you. Some of the pieces are a little knotty and all that kind of stuff, which I think is fine. I think it looks great. So what I want to do is I don't know if my brad nailer has nails long enough to get through the 2x4 into the other one. So we're going to check that really quick. Where did I put that? It's over there. Ooh, everything's so dusty. So yeah, I don't know. This thing takes a max of 32 millimeters. 25. It's 38. See those? Yeah. Wouldn't fit in here even if I wanted them to, I don't think. Yeah, they don't fit. So unfortunately, we might have to just use screws. Just screw them all together. I'm going to have to get a new one of these at some point in time. Because like these are too short. I mean, I could just for holding purposes put them like put them. I don't know. It might break. So 38 is too big, which is odd. I don't remember. Yeah, 38's too big. But anyway, I thought I had another size, but I don't. I only have the 2 sizes in here. Thought I grabbed 3 sizes. But this thing is great for other little things, like fence boards and stuff. That's the reason why I bought it. I thought about making this tree out of a fence board, the cedar fence board, but we'll see how this goes first, and then maybe we'll make another one that's a little fatter and weirder looking. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to figure out exactly where I want everything to be, and then we're going to throw some glue on it, but we're also going to screw it together, it looks like, and go from there. So that means that it's been a while since we did any woodworking, so I'm going to take my time here and just kind of put it together. I don't think my angles all line up really well, and so we'll have to figure that out. Like, because I think I'm going to have a gap in the top when I'm done. So in order to not have that gap in the top, I'm going to probably put little gaps in the angles attaching them. I think that'll be fine. So Or I could fix it, but I don't have another 2x4 just in case I really mess something up. I have this is all I have left for 2x4 stock that's not already mangled up. So it's not gonna help us in any direction. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start assembling this with glue and I don't know. Should I sand the boards really quick? No. No, this is just for me, so I don't really care about that. If for some reason it becomes a more popular project, there's a lot of people that make these out there, so I highly doubt that anybody's going to be cool. Anyway, so I'm going to just make weird noises or weird hand gestures. I'm going to get this bottom set. I thought about making it from the top to the bottom, just so the top is perfect, but I kind of want the bottom to be perfect. So we're going to do that instead. So let me grab the glue and some screws, and I need to pre-drill holes and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to need clamps. All right, kind of got it assembled. It's not my best work, but it's there. So I got a couple of gaps, notably right here. So we'll make that the back. I'm gonna have to sand it a bit, obviously get some of the markings off of there. But this is the shape, right? This is what we saw on the plan there. So everything past this point, we just is our own idea and brain. I think I'm going to put some lights in it. I got these cheap little LED light sets. I don't know what it looks like. Let's open it actually. See what it looks like. I'm gonna have to go get batteries. Definitely doesn't come with batteries. Let's see. Let's just twist it around itself. It's okay. It's not. So I was thinking about just like in the center of it, we could just attach it and have it weave all the way down. I don't know if it's going to be long enough, but we'll see. That'll be nice. I need some
double A's. We also have, just if we wanted to, we still have these. Well, I guess I've never shown these to you guys. I got these, maybe I have, I don't know. I was thinking, I have these cool bottles. Let me move this. I have these cool bottles that I got. Every time I head to the grown-up beverage store, where did I put them? They're in a box somewhere. This is silly. I don't remember where. They're in here somewhere because she made me take them out of the house. Give me a second, I'll figure it out. Anyway, they're little, they're frosted glass bottles. Every time I go to the adult beverage store, I try to find something that she might enjoy. And then I grab it and see if she likes it. And if she does, it's cool. If she doesn't, it's fine. It's whatever. There's little bottles of like Cosmopolitan, whatever. And they were pink inside a frosted glass bottle. And the bottle was really cool. It's just a small little round bottle. And I went on Amazon, and for a couple dollars, I got these solar lights, but they go in the top of bottles. And then the lights, there's just like little tiny LED lights on them that you can pull out, and I hope that didn't just break, but they are really cheap. But yeah, so you just unwind it, and then there's this, and then there we go. So they turn on, and I was gonna just put them in the bottles and have little bottle lights, but I haven't done it yet because these are a little bit big on the top. They just stick out enormously on the top. And so I was thinking about figuring out a way to like shave them down or redo the housing on them. But like that's again another small little project that's gone by the wayside for me. But yeah, so we're gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna put some sandpaper on it and just clean it up a little bit, and then we're gonna put some paint on it. We're gonna just use the green paint and try to get it where we want it to be. This it slid when we were doing when we were screwing it in on the top here, and so I'm gonna just try to sand it a little bit more flat at the top, and then take some of the rough edges off, but nothing major. I'm gonna try to clean them up with the sandpaper and get some of the stamp markings off, but for the most part, it's actually pretty all right. And so I don't have to really worry about getting into the grooves and the nicks and the crannies and nooks and crannies, not nicks and crannies. But anyway, so we'll come back when this is a little bit more done up. I'll probably paint it, and then we'll throw some lights in it and see what it looks like. I got to go out and get some batteries for it. So that took a very short period of time. I was really worried about the angles, and I got it okay. I got it almost all right. So I don't even know how tall this thing is. Let's see how tall this thing is. It's 3 feet-ish. 3 feet-ish tall. I can make it 3 feet by just adding something somewhere. So it's good. So we'll be back, and we'll knock this guy out. I don't know how much more we're going to get done this week. I'm going to try, but I really wanted to try this, so we got it done. Cool. well, the paint could have done better. But for the most part, this guy's done. I made a couple of mistakes when I was painting. I think I still might touch it up a little bit, but yeah, because I didn't get in the corners very well. And then like on the outside, I did too much, so it was like runny, and so I had to scrape it and start again. And then around the base, you can see here that it didn't get all the way in the cracks. Didn't get the paints in the crack. It's not perfect by any means, but I like it. So we will do a top coat on this thing probably, just a clear protectant, because this is probably meant to be outside, I'd assume. But anyway, we're gonna grab our lights and see what we can do with these guys. See if it's any good. I don't know. Like, I assume that we should probably put this underneath somewhere. If it's going outside, this is probably not a good idea. Figure out which side is front. Which side is the front side? Really just chill out. Pieces of my glove all over this. But anyway, yeah, we're making a spot for the cats to hang out. At least one of the cats. So they're very particular. So I just really want to make sure, make them something that they'd enjoy. Well, that's that. Okay. That just busted it right in pieces. So I probably shouldn't have been using staples. The first ones worked just really well, but you guys get the gist here. And I've ruined some of the paint. It's just not good. So I'm going to probably pick up another set of these while I'm out there. But you guys get the gist. It's really upsetting, actually. Maybe I'll come back and redo it, and then try to sneak in that before we publish the video. Yeah. So anyway, I'll show you the thing I'm going to try to make while I whine about what I just did. I mean, I can fix it fairly easily, but just didn't want to have to take the time. So I have this board drying over here. It's just a cedar board that I've glued up. It's going to be what is it, like 11 inches by 17 inches or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It doesn't look great right now, but it's gonna be better. I had a broken piece of the board here, so we've put some glue and some sawdust in there to try to fix that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm making a pet bed. We got these, I think I mentioned, because I bought these heating mats for the cabinet, and it didn't, and it wouldn't work for what I wanted to. So I got 2 different mats. I've already put them in. But yeah, I got these heating mats. I got 2 of them because I thought I was going to use them, but they just didn't work the way I wanted to. And they're just pet heating mats, and they have thermostats in them, and they just regulate their heat based off of what they, the ambient temperature or whether the pet's on them or not, which is pretty cool. I like it. They have this removable cover so you can wash it and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. And it's great. They're good. But we put one out in the house and they didn't care for it. They just ignored it. We even put it in. We put it down on the place they like to lay the most, and then they just laid somewhere else. They didn't like it. So I'm going to try to make them like it. One of the things, our black cat, he likes foliage a lot. So Courtney bought these we went to the dollar store again. She dressed her horse up as a tree and her as a giraffe for Halloween at the Halloween show that we went to. And so we bought these long strings of foliage and stuff. And one of the strings we bought was like the Christmas poinsettia ones because they were out. And she didn't know she was going to use them and all that kind of stuff. But again, it was a couple bucks. So we brought them home and we put them on the couch. And Illidan is our black cat because we're gamer nerd. She's a gamer nerd, and so am I. Well, we used to be anyway. He just fell in love with them. So he's been just making a nest. He's been nesting in the Christmas poinsettias. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that, and I'm going to build just kind of an elevated little box with that. I'm going to put some sides on it. That fake grass that we used to make the jump fill earlier on this year, I have a lot of it left, so we're going to cut some of that up and stick it on there so there's something to scratch. And then we're going to put the mat in there, and we're going to put his leaves and stuff in there. It's going to be a nice little thing. So we're going to be making that next week. I just thought I'd get a jump start on just some of the little glue ups and stuff. So around the top of that, I have this guy that's been sitting around since we started the shop. I don't even remember where it came from. So I'm going to cut it into 3 sections and use it to do like a top border because we don't want it to just be flat. So we're going to put some edges around it. And we're going to use that. And then we're going to use another cedar board just to make the sides that go down and stuff. So that's how that's going to work. But the Christmas tree failure, it's failed in so many ways, which is just crazy to me. So I'm going to pull all this stuff off again, and then I'm going to throw some more paint on it. I'm not going to pull off the battery pack, just because I want this to look done as soon as possible. But I figured since I'm going to go shopping here soon, I might as well fix the paint problems. I don't care if I get paint on the battery pack. I shouldn't though. And from there, we'll come back and hopefully I've fixed the light problem. Maybe I won't buy the exact same ones again because these ones just got no resilience. I think they're indoor lights anyway, so maybe I'll try to find some cheap outdoor ones and go from there. So yeah, we'll be back. I'll film an end to this somehow, and from there, that was just a big waste of my life. So, yeah, we'll be back. All right. I came back to finish this. I couldn't leave it undone this week. And so I did a little bit of touch-up sprays here and there. Some of them are still pretty wet because I just did them. And then I grabbed a different type of LED light. I grabbed one of the same just in case. So now I have 1.5 of those. But these are just little twinkling LEDs. There's 50 LEDs, so it was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So we had to wrap it around a little bit. So what I did here is, I'll see if I can show you without touching all the wet paint. I just put, I don't know if you guys can see that there, but yeah, there you go. Okay. I put screws, little brown screws in there, the little deck screws. And I put them in there, and then on the back, I screwed the box into there. This box actually came with a little screw hole on this side. It's a little wobbly on the other side, but it's fine. These are actually rated for outdoor too. The little box is a watertight seal on it, so I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't done anything with the to put it on to attach the wire in the back, but don't need to worry about that right now. There we go. Look at that, little twinkling lights. This has got 8 settings, this thing. It was only $4. I like that one. This one's slow burn. But yeah. Oh, that's psychedelic. And then that's just solid. But yeah, so I got this guy done. So I'm pretty happy. I can't believe it took me a whole week to make 2 toilet paper roll holders, and then like the tree itself was easy to make. I think the time consuming was the drying of the paint. I did do the first coat of white primer, and that really screwed me up because you have to wait for the first coat to fully dry, I think. Even though it says dry to touch in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever it was, or dry before second coat, I think it actually says. You can put your second coat. I don't think they meant second coat of a different color. So, because yeah, a lot of the white started like bleed through, and when I was spraying the green on, you could see it like pulling the white off too. It was really bad. So I learned a lesson there. If I make more of these, I probably wouldn't even prime them. I would just get a lighter shade of green. Even though I like this shade of green a lot, I just don't think it would come out this color if I did it straight on the wood. But we could definitely test that out. I do want to make a couple more of these. I would like to make them different sizes, but I only have the one plan, so I could probably adjust that plan. But the angles change, right? So I'm sure there's plans out there for these. These are everywhere. People make these everywhere. Yeah. I don't know if I like necessarily having the crisscrossies in there, but I mean, it fills it up. It makes it look good. I like it. If you want something really light baubles, Christmas ornaments to hang off of these, you could probably do so. So yeah, I like it a lot. So anyway, we're going to pack it up here, and then next week we'll try to finish the cat thing bed. I don't know if it's a bed, but we'll do that. We'll work on Courtney's reindeer. It is Halloween today, so we want to make sure that get ready for Christmas right away tomorrow, and hopefully once people's mindset changes into the Christmas mindset, we'll probably have some of these things disappear, and I'll have to end up making more, is my thought anyway. They might stick around forever. I might just go throw them up in the house for decoration, because I like the trees and the reindeer and the snowmen. The snowmen are my favorite. Yeah, so we're going to get going, and I'm going to go and watch the baseball game, so wish us luck. Yeah, all right, that's it. That's all I got. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Happy Halloween.